We start in South Korea, where President Yoon Yeol has apologized for his declaration of martial law earlier this week. His televised address came just hours ahead of an impeachment vote in parliament and with mass protests planned in the capital, Seoul. It was Yoon's first public appearance since he abandoned the martial law attempt, which even his own party condemned. Here's how President Yoon explained his actions.
The declaration of emergency martial law was driven by my desperation as president, who is ultimately responsible for state affairs. However, this has caused anxiety and inconvenience to the public. I'm truly sorry, and I sincerely apologize to our citizens who must have been very surprised. I will not avoid the legal or political responsibility regarding this declaration of martial law.
And journalist Fabian Kretschmer joins us now from Seoul. Fabian, thanks for being with us. So tell us more about what Yoon had to say there.
Yeah, it was a really brief televised speech, 2 minutes, maximum 3 minutes. But there were some core messages that he had to deliver. One was that he apologized for his decision to declare martial law. He said he's sorry that he caused public concern. And he also promised to his people that it will not happen again under his term, that there will not be a second case of imposing martial law. And then he also said that it's now up to his party to decide about his future in power. I mean, he didn't give too much details, but basically said that now it's in the responsible, his party is in charge and to also decide. And you can really take that literally, because a couple of hours later there will be a vote about an impeachment motion. And if his own party, if Yoon Yeol's own party would support that bill, then this will pass in the parliament. And yeah, maybe one last point that Yoon Yeol also mentioned, he said he will not avoid the legal responsibilities of his decision. But of course, he did not name any concrete details, so we have to figure out what that means in the coming days and weeks.
Okay, so an apology, but no resignation just yet. What have the reactions been there in South Korea?
So I give you maybe first the political reaction, because that was really interesting. Of course, the opposition is demanding a resignation or an impeachment. I mean, they were very disappointed by Yoon's speech, and that was to be expected. But also his own party chief, Han Dong-hoon, he also said that even after this apology, an early resignation of Yoon is unavoidable. Those are his concrete words. So basically, he's demanding that Yoon Yeol is stepping down. So his own party has not confirmed whether they will actually support the impeachment bill, if they would vote for it or not, but they clearly demand him to proactively step down first. And I guess that's also the opinion of most Koreans. I mean, Yoon still has some support, especially among older and senior citizens here in South Korea, but it's really, really decreasing. I would say that maximum 20% would support him at that time, and I would say that's really a rather optimistic guess.
So tell us more about how the impeachment process works. There's a vote scheduled later in Parliament, you said, and then what happens?
So the vote will be later during the day. I think it's scheduled 5 p.m. local time, and it needs a majority of 2/3. So in the parliament here in South Korea, the National Assembly, you have 300 seats, and 190 are in the hands of the opposition, around 190. So it only needs a couple of politicians from the ruling party to also support the bill, and then you already have 2/3 of a majority, and that would be enough for this bill to pass. What would happen then is that the prime minister, I think, would take interim power, the vice president, and then it will take a couple of months, maybe 3 months, even take up to 6 months, until the prosecution will decide whether Yoon Yeol will indeed be impeached or not.
Okay, so a pretty complicated process, actually. But we've already seen the leader of Yoon's own party, as you said, was saying he should go. Thousands of people are protesting against the president. How much more pressure can he take before it breaks?
Yeah, and that's really a good question. I mean, many people advise Yoon Suk-yeol to step down by himself because the public is really against him. Today, there are huge anti-Yoon demonstrations expected. Actually, they were supposed to be in downtown Seoul, but now, because the impeachment vote will be held in the National Assembly, now the demonstrations have moved to in front of the parliamentary building, and several hundred thousands will be expected, and the crowds are already gathering as we speak. The public is really against him, so I don't see that he can politically survive it. All experts say that it's only a matter of time until he has to either resign or he will be impeached.
Journalist Fabian Kretschmer in Seoul. Thank you.